All right, guys, today we are going to be reacting to more liberal stuff going downhill. This is the liberal media. Let's jump in and see what's going on.
Hello everyone. Welcome to What Even Is This? Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's laugh at some batshit crazy people together.
I just came off the Young Turks show where I lit into the Democratic Party. Bunch of losers, corporate Democrats. I hate them.
Damn.
They've cost us election after election. They're corrupt. And they lost, it looks like, to a syphilitic clown, total moron, con man, Donald Trump. So, if you lose to a buffoon like Donald Trump twice, what does that make you?
We still have an electorate, 70 million plus, that will be voting for a man who said he was going to assassinate for treason the chairman of the Joint Chiefs because he didn't support him on January the 6th, who has said just in the recent days he was going to execute Liz Cheney with a firing squad.
Wow, he didn't say that.
And
wow, he did not say that. Wow. Man, this is real propaganda. He never said that. Wow.
At her face, a man who has said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview, a man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one, a man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution, a man who said he was going to use the Army and he was going to use the National Guard on his political opponents.
Man, now it makes sense why Kamala Harris went down 20 million votes. Currently, they're in debt. The Kamala campaign, they received over $1 billion in donations. Some of that money probably went in here. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Because what did this guy say is pure lies. Wow.
I literally could go on all day, and yet you talk to Trump voters and they'll go, he didn't say that. Wait, no, I didn't hear him. And then you say, well, here's the quote, and then they'll go, yeah, he didn't mean that. So there's something far more long-lasting than just Donald Trump, the candidate. There is a sort of Russian embrace of disinformation, a radical devaluing of truth over the last 9 to 10 years, and a complete ignorance on civics and what the term Madisonian democracy even means, what checks and balances even means, what judicial review even means, what the rule of law even means. How do we as a nation, even post-Trump, how do we reach those Americans who apparently didn't go to civics class, apparently didn't learn the basics of this Constitution, and have just been overwhelmed with disinformation over the past 9 years?
I think this is a big, huge part of the story that it's hard to even digest fully at this moment. But you have Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it these days, X, who is a disinformation propagandist and now has could potentially have a direct line to the Oval Office.
On this set numerous times is that you have a state where you've got a 6-week abortion or a 12-week abortion. I think theirs might be 12 weeks.
Yep.
But it's a state where women lost their reproductive rights, where there was a very...
Bro, would you just go to a state that they're... Why these people, man? I just don't get it. Go to a state where they allow all that stuff to happen. It's just these people want to just force all the state to do things that they don't want to. And by the way, deleting little things are not a right. It's not a right. It's not at the Constitution. If we just managing this country through the Constitution, this is not in the Constitution. Simple as that.
Very heavy push to get women to focus on not putting in place, re-electing, putting back into the White House the person who was responsible for taking those rights away and restoring them. But that message obviously was not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy. And, God bless Shannon Watts, who has tried to have that conversation. But if people aren't receptive to it, and if people vote more party line or more on race than on gender and on protecting their gender, there's really not much more that you can do but tell people what the risks are and leave it to them to do the right thing.
Wow. Talk about saying a lot of stuff without saying anything. Like, she really thinks she's that smart. Wow. She really does, though, folks. She's not that smart. She is not that smart. She said a bunch of things that mean nothing.
Progressive pocket. You're saying, wow, 65% of the vote, 66 if you round up. That's great.
Oh, my God.
73%. And the math, 157,000, to 103. Well, again, we got 30% of the votes still to come in, and maybe the percentages change as well. Maybe all the votes that are out are from the campus, and it juices up the number a little bit. But if you're looking at...
I'm here in Washington at a watch party. There's lots of Democrats here, and I have to say a lot of them are starting to go home, and there's a lot of sad faces downstairs. I'm with one of those voters now. How do you feel about the election results so far?
Honestly, I'm kind of bored. This is America, so, oh my gosh, the black woman didn't win.
Wow.
You're bored. Are you worried?
Wow. This is what they say about females voting, man. Like, they don't vote. They don't vote for the country. They vote literally for themselves. Like, they don't even thinking about prices, the economy, none of that stuff. It's just about themselves.
Worried about America?
About Trump winning?
No. It wouldn't be the first time a rich white man wins, so it's okay. It's going to be the same as it always is.
And why do you think it looks like the race is going in his direction?
Oh, because of the economy, and people don't know how it works. So they just vote for how their purse feels, and that's what we're seeing.
Projection, huh?
Do you think that Kamala will win? Do you think she's got any chance at this point?
Nah.
She hasn't had a chance since Joe Biden stepped down, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, she
didn't
keeping it
have a
real.
chance.
She keeping it real, folks.
She can put up a good fight, I guess. That's what we do.
You don't sound too optimistic.
Yeah, she doesn't.
No, I was never optimistic. In America, optimism is not recommended. But I mean,
it's not.
Hey, we'll live another day.
So you think that she may not win because she's a black woman?
Oh, she definitely won't win because she's a black woman.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
These Democratic leaders are simpletons. They're servants of the donor class. So they go in there, they're like, oh, donor, give me money, please. And I made an ad. I'm Kamala Harris. I'm full of joy. Okay, well, what did that get you? And they say, oh, Jake, you're too angry. Too angry? What? You think?
There's a shift right, and then there's a shift to Trump, and shifting to Trumpism. And, I'm looking at a lot of things, especially after David talked about looking at counties and, how Trump is gaining on what he did in 2020. And to me, I'm mystified in some ways.
Mystified.
Simply because we're talking about a twice impeached, 4 times indicted, convicted on 34 felony counts, former president. That's one bucket. Then in another bucket, you have all of the things he's been saying on the campaign trail that gets to the decency that the woman was talking about in that last report, and how she wanted to vote for Vice President Harris because she didn't like that Madison Square Garden rally.
Wow, one female didn't like the Madison Square Garden rally for some reason, right? Oh, Nazi and all that stuff going on. Oh, I was going to vote for Trump on this big rally with thousands of people. I'm just not going to vote for Trump. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that, folks? Nope. I don't believe that at all. I don't.
I am mystified that despite all of that, he's gaining support compared to 2020. And it gets back to something I said earlier at some point, one of the hours ago, that who are we as a country? And we're starting to find out. And from what I'm seeing right now, I'm not sure I like it.
The thing I think is most important to remember is the people who said that he was a Hitler lover weren't Democrats, they were Republicans. People who said that he was a fascist weren't Democrats.
Oh, really?
They were Republicans who worked for him. And so it's not just these elite Democrats over here, poisoning the well. You had a pretty broad consensus from Chomsky to the Cheneys, that was very, very concerned and remains concerned. And so I think it's not just on us to stop calling names. I think it's up to him to, as Allison said, with deeds show that he's not going to be those things.
Well, having said that, what percentage is reporting in North Carolina?
76.
76% reporting. You're down by 7. You're in a world of trouble. You're like, yes, it matters which counties, but you're still in a world of trouble. And so much trouble that one of the organizations has already called it. Okay, now let's go to Georgia.
Yeah, by the way, Iowa has been called by CNN at least for Trump.
Iowa called for Trump, so there goes that nonsense. I'm getting revved up here on a significant rant. So, because Kamala Harris is not winning, and the people who thought that Kamala Harris was.
Thank you for watching.
Man, these people, I'm telling you, there's more. Look at this. That's crazy, man. There's more to this. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one.